Маловато людей. Я думала, будет больше. Сейчас посмотрим,
да?
как подтянутся.
Мгм.
Мгм. В прошлый раз, когда у нас Оля проводила вебинар, вообще
Мгм.
получилось отлично, без каких-либо задержек. Очень здорово.
Ага. Значит, это мой интернет, по-моему, проблема. С моим интернетом тогда.
Возможно, да, возможно.
Мгм.
Так, у меня все готово.
Ага.
Можем стартовать.
Хорошо, давай.
Так, сейчас я вас сделаю организатором. Готово?
So, hey there, everyone. I hope you guys can hear me. My name is Nash Akhtar. So, welcome to another free session. I guess this is not your first time with me. So, before we start, I would like to know if you can hear me. So, if you can hear me, please type yes. I'm sorry, I guess there is a small lagging because you guys might hear me after 15 seconds. So it might look a bit strange, but guys, if you can hear me, please type yes, and then we'll start our session. Great, wonderful. So that's nice. So once again, welcome to our session. Today, we're going to focus on writing, and I'm going to show you how to write a Band 9 essay. So what you should do, or the steps you should follow in order to achieve a Band 9 in IELTS writing. So guys, is this your first time with me? Did you join my free session where I have already showed how to achieve a 7+ in IELTS? So if this is not your first time, then it's fine. But if it's your first time, say that it's your first time or it's your second time joining my lesson. So please type that. It would be really helpful as well. Okay, and those who can't hear me, please refresh the browser, or you just need to kind of press that button, the thumbnail with the video. You need to do that so that way you'll hear me. And those who can hear me, wonderful. So guys, today we're going to focus on 4 points. So first of all, we're going to understand task 2 writing and the types of essays we will have. Then I'm going to show you how to write an introduction, how to write supporting paragraphs, how to write a conclusion, and then the words you should avoid in your essays. Okay, so the types of task 2 essays, how to write an introduction, how to write supporting paragraphs, how to write a conclusion, and words you should avoid in your essay. So it's a very important part if you're taking this exam seriously. So stay till the end, and I also have a small surprise at the end. Fine. So very nice that you guys are getting involved. I see that some of y'all, for y'all, it's the second time, and it seems like many here, it's their first time with me. Fine. So if it's your first time, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nash Akhtar. I'm a certified IELTS trainer. I'm an official IELTS administrator. I'm also a director of an official testing center in Eastern Europe, but not in Sri Lanka. But I have been to Sri Lanka twice. Now we have our branch in Sri Lanka for IELTS preparation. And we are the only center where you can achieve a cashback when you register for the exam. So we have a very unique program. Already we have many students preparing with us. So about the organization, I'll discuss a bit later. So guys, when it comes to IELTS writing, remember, there are two parts, part 1 and part 2. Today, we're going to focus on part 2, and I'm going to show you the types of essays we will have and how we should write a Band 9 essay. So look at the presentation. It says types of Task 2 essays. So there are 4 types of Task 2 essays. We have reason solution essays, discussion essays, argument essays, and 2 question essays. So there are 4 types: reason solution essays, discussion essays, argument essays, and 2 question essays. So if you want to achieve a Band 7, even a 6.5 or higher, you need to know how to structure these essay types. Now remember, when you write an essay, it should be not less than 250 words. So now you need to become familiar with the question for every essay type. And then I'm going to show you how you should structure your paragraphs. So once again, remember, there are 4 types: reason solution, discussion, argument, and 2 question essays. So based on the essay type, the way you write the introduction, the way you structure your supporting paragraphs, the way you write your conclusion would definitely differ. So you need to know that. Okay, now here is an example of reason solution essays, the questions. Look at example 1. It is often thought that the increase in juvenile crime can be attributed to violence in the media. What do you think is the reason for the growth in the rate of juvenile crime? What solutions can you offer to deal with this situation? Look at example 2. Today, we are faced with many problems with our environment, and global warming is one of the biggest threats. What causes global warming? What solutions are there to this problem? So these are examples of reason solution essays. These are the examples of reason solution essays. So as you can see, they ask for the reasons and they ask for the solutions. Now, in a reason solution essay, you don't have to give your opinion. Now, quite often people make that mistake. Here, they're not asking for your opinion. They are asking for reasons and for solutions. So I hope it's clear for you all. Now, here we have argument essays. Look at the first example. The prevention of health problems and illness is more important than treatment and medicine. Government funding should reflect this. To what extent do you agree? Now, here it's an opinion essay. They ask you whether you agree or whether you disagree. Look at example 2. In many countries, it is common for families to own and run their own business. Some people think this is the best way to run a business, while others consider this is a potential source of problems. What is your opinion? And as you can see in both essay questions, they are asking for your opinion. They are asking whether you agree or disagree in the first example. So that is why in an argument essay, when you write your introduction, you need to give your opinion, and the whole essay should reflect your opinion. So it's a very important part. So the whole essay should reflect your opinion. So these are like, examples of argument essays. Now, let's look at discussion essays. Look at example 1. In many Western countries, there is an increasing number of couples choosing to have no children. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages of couples having no children. Look at example 2. Some people think that space exploration is a waste of resources, while others think that it is essential for mankind to continue to explore the universe in which we live. Discuss both sides and give your opinion. Discuss both sides and give your opinion. So here you see that you need to discuss two views and give your opinion. So that's why it becomes discussion essays. Once again, guys, if you can't hear me, please refresh the browser. That's very important. This way you should be able to hear what I'm saying. So let me just type, sorry. So please refresh the browser if you can't hear me. Sorry. Yeah. So guys, discussion essays, you don't give your opinion, you just discuss both views. So I'm going to show you the structure a bit later. Then we have two question essays. Example 1, advanced technology has brought in many beneficial changes to the world. However, some old people today struggle with the use of technologies such as mobile phones and the internet. How can the elderly benefit from using advanced technologies? How can the elderly be encouraged to use consumer electronics more often? As you can see, there are two questions. How can the elderly benefit from using advanced technologies? The second question, how can the elderly be encouraged to use consumer electronics more often? So here, as you can see, they are asking two questions. So that's why for the first question, the first paragraph should answer the first question, and the second paragraph should answer the second question, the two supporting paragraphs. Look at example 2. There is more and more outrage and anger common in society today. Why is this? Is this a positive or negative development? Now, you might be wondering why I'm kind of spending so much time on this. If you want to achieve a very good score, guys, you really need to become familiar with the question types, and you need to write at least 2 essays for every question type and receive feedback. So I don't know how you're preparing. Maybe you're preparing by yourself. Maybe you have a private tutor. Maybe you attend a coaching class or a group class, but you need to make sure that you are familiar with the question types. Or, for example, your tutor or your teacher has already taught you how to write essays for every question type. It's very important. And you need to receive feedback based on the marking criteria. So now, guys, I'm going to show you how you should understand an essay question. You see, so how to understand an essay question. Look, it says, when you read an essay question, try to identify the following components to understand the question and how you should address. So every essay question would have 3 components: the topic, the viewpoint, and specific question. So every essay question has 3 components: the topic, the viewpoint, and specific question. So look at the example here. Look at the essay question. It says, technology is becoming increasingly prevalent in the world today. Given time, technology will completely replace the teacher in the classroom. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? Now, what is the topic? The topic is technology in the education sector. It's not just a technology in the education sector. What is the viewpoint? What is the opinion? It says technology will completely replace the teacher in the classroom. And what is the question? Whether you agree with this statement. So as you can see, there are 3 components. So quite often, maybe you must have heard, or maybe someone must have told you, or maybe even a candidate, maybe a friend must have told you that, I wrote a very good essay, but I achieved only a band 5. Now, these are like people who are really fluent, who would not make mistakes with grammar. What could be the reason? Maybe they misunderstood the question. So that's why, remember, every time when you read an essay question, try to identify these 3 components: the topic, the viewpoint, and the question. So once again, look at this topic. It's technology in the education sector. So once you are able to understand the topic properly, you'll be able to brainstorm ideas and vocabulary, especially you can think about specific vocabulary based on the topic. So it's not about technology, but technology in the education sector. Once you understand the viewpoint, you'll be able to come up with ideas related to the view, whether to agree or to disagree. So that's why it's very important. So can you read this essay question now? Let's get involved. Can you read this essay question and tell me what is the topic, what is the viewpoint, and what is the question? Let me read it for you. It says, it is often thought that the increase in juvenile crime can be attributed to violence in the media. What do you think is the reason for the growth of juvenile crime? What solutions can you offer to deal with this situation? So, my dear students, can you tell me what is the topic here? What is the opinion? What is the viewpoint? And what is the question? So I'm waiting for you all to type. Please type your answers. So what is the topic? What is the viewpoint? And what is the question? So the topic is, well done, juvenile crime. Well done. So I see the answer from Manjula. So juvenile crime. Okay. What is the viewpoint? I want everyone else to also get involved. Manjula is the best example here. So juvenile crime. What is the viewpoint? And what is the question? Waiting for the answers. Okay. Reason for juvenile crime growth. Okay. How juvenile crime affects media. Hans says that. So juvenile crime, violence in the media. So if you look at the topic is media and juvenile crime. So guys, let me share the answers. So the topic is juvenile crime. The viewpoint is that increase in juvenile crime can be attributed to violence in the media. Yes. So the reason for this increase is because of violent media. So increase in juvenile crime can be attributed to the violence in media. Well done. So some of y'all got it right. And the question is, what do you think is the reason for this growth? And what solutions can you suggest? Well done. Very good. Very good. Very good. So Sanjana, almost you got it right. Very good. Exactly. So do you see next time, whenever you read an essay question, try to break it into parts, into these components, the topic, the viewpoint, and the question. This way, you'll be able to brainstorm ideas. This way, you'll be able to think about vocabulary. And this way, you will understand what is expected from you. So what is expected from you? So this way, you'll never go wrong. So it's a very important part. Unfortunately, only a few, they understand this. And believe me, these are the guidelines from Cambridge. So whenever they prepare questions, they expect you to break into these components before you write an essay. So this is not my tip. This is not a secret. These are the things that you should follow. Unfortunately, you don't find this information everywhere. So that's why it's important to know this. So please take down some notes. I'm pretty sure it will be important. So now, guys, I'm going to show you how to write a Band 9 essay. So I'm going to show you the step-by-step approach, and I'm going to show you how to write a reason solution essay, because we don't have time to show every type. So I'm going to show you how to write a Band 9 essay with the help of a type. So I'm going to refer to the reason solution essay now. So look at the essay question. Once again, it says, today we are faced with many problems with our environment, and global warming is one of the biggest threats. What causes global warming? What solutions are there to this problem? Today we are faced with many problems with our environment, and global warming is one of the biggest threats. What causes global warming? What solutions are there to this problem? Now, based on this, guys, we need to write an essay. So there should be at least 4 paragraphs: introduction, 2 supporting paragraphs, and a conclusion. Now, when you write the introduction, rephrase the statement of the essay question and mention the purpose. Now, once you identify those 3 components, try to rephrase the statement and tell the reader, I mean, at the exam, it's going to be the examiner who's going to read your essay. So tell the reader why you're writing this essay, the purpose. Then in every paragraph, there should be a reason and a solution. And then when you write the conclusion, restate the main points, summarize the main points, and maybe, you can give a prediction or recommendation. That's optional. That's optional. So when you write an introduction, you can follow this formula. You can write a background sentence, a detailed background sentence, and the aim of your essay, why you're writing this essay. So there can be 3 components: background sentence, detailed background sentence, and the aim of this essay. Now look at the essay question. Once again, today we are faced with many problems with our environment, and global warming is one of the biggest threats. What causes global warming? What solutions are there to this problem? So guys, once again, background sentence is actually something about the topic. Once you have understood what is the topic, now here the topic is about global warming, right? So you write something about the topic. Detailed background sentence, you emphasize more. You mention the issue further. And the third one is your aim. So here there are 3 sentences. As you can see, there are 3 sentences. Can you put them in the logical order to form an introduction? Can you put them in the logical order to form an introduction? So what should be the first sentence here? The background sentence. What should be the second sentence? And what should be the third sentence? What should be the logical order here? Okay. Waiting for your answers. Background sentence should be quite broad. Then the detailed background sentence and the topic of the question, please. It shouldn't take much time. I'm pretty sure it's not that difficult. Okay, the answers are coming. Well done. Very good.